Everybody, welcome to the Bible study. Today we are going to study is a short Bible study, the Tower of Babel. And probably you heard that. Now even they name some people they name some apps called Babel, and you don't know what is that? What is the Tower of Babel? What happened that time? So kind of refresh our mind, and that's why I created this Bible study that we'll learn a little bit about it. All right, let's dive in. We are in Genesis. This happened in Genesis chapter 11, verse 1 to 9, the Tower of Babel. Now the whole world had one language and a common speech. And that was after the flood. People had just one language. Imagine that you go in any country of this world, you can talk to anybody and speak anything with them and understand each other. It's how it was. You go in China, they talk your language, just say English as a, whole earth will talk English. For example, they do, most of the countries, they do talk English, and most people they do. But I'm just saying, like all over, whenever you go, you ask for direction, they talk your language all over the world. It's how it was, one language. All right, verse 2. As people moved eastward, they found a plain in Shinar and settled there. So they found the just a plain, like flat, long, big, I would say valley, or like a straight land, big and straight land. And they excuse me, and they settled down there. Now probably see like around like little houses here and there in the back there. It's hard to see probably in this picture, but there are like houses in the back there, and like on the hill, they build houses there, just settle down there. And they talk to each other and they say, "Come, let's make bricks and bake them truly." They use bricks instead of stone and tar for mortar. Stones, you have to have the tools. If you put stones, they might not be even. You have to make them, the stones, if like a big stones, you gotta roll them. You have to have all these tools. You gotta roll them, you gotta cut them to make sure, like blocks of stones, stones, you can find them anywhere. But instead they thought, okay, let's make some bricks. Bricks, you can make it as big or you can make it as small. You can put it anywhere. You can fill them in between. It goes, one puts from, this is the and tar for mortal. Then they put all that, um, and then they put the bricks, and then put another layers. It goes very fast instead of with the stones. The stones are more solid, but I say you have to have even them up, and it will not be easy. If you want like small stones, big stones, it's more difficult, I would say. So they try to, and then you have to make the bricks, and then you can see in that picture they were making bricks in there and carrying over there. And let's make brick and bake, and then they said, "Come, let us build ourselves." So bricks and all that product they build themselves. They build houses for themselves with those bricks, and then they had other ideas. Since that was flat and big place, they say, "Come, let us build ourselves a city." It's not about idea city, right? It's how the city was built. Somebody had an idea and built a house, and the other one built another house, and all till they made the city. Now it says how the city to look like, with a tower that reaches to the heavens. Wow. So that we may make a name for ourselves. I think even those pyramids probably is what they built in Egypt. They want to make a name for themselves, those people, and they build that. And it's what they want to do here. But they want a tower to be a big tower that reach heavens, to be so, so tall. And everybody who will see it like, oh, look what they built. And then they take out for themselves like, you see, I'm the one who participated. I'm the one they built that tower. I was there, and they get a name for themselves. Like wow, wow, like make them like a star, like they have like movie stars. Make them like who they are and what it means, pride. And God hates the most its pride. Why? Because Lucifer, through the pride, he ended up where he is right now, from the heavens. So, and I think God was laughing about their, ideas. They're laughing. He's in heaven. He's like, really? I want to see you building a tower goes up to heaven. Really? So first, they did not have enough knowledge what heaven was and is located. And so heaven first is on the earth. This is the first heaven. Second is where Satan is located. It's above the star, the moons, and the sun is just above it. And the third heaven, where everybody else is located, like who die after they die and then reach heaven, is on the third heaven. And God is not even in none of the heavens, He's above the heavens. Because He does not stay in the heavens He made. He is above it, above all the heavens. All right, so we make that clear. So they did not know what heavens, where they want to build to the second heaven, maybe. Will not go. It has to go above the moon, the star, and everything else. Imagine. I'm seeing like God laughing about them. It's like, look at them. Really? Poor them. Poor them. But because God hates pride, God hates pride. Um, he didn't like it because God hates pride. So they did it in pride, like we build it and we get fame out of it. Who we make a name for ourselves, is what it says in the Bible. Otherwise, we'll be scattered over the face of the whole earth. So they try to stay there and then who they are and make a name for themselves, that they stay together. Verse 5. But the Lord saw it. And the Lord doesn't like pride, and He solved it. As they start building it and makes it higher and higher, the Lord came down to see the city and the tower the people were building. The Lord say, if as one people speaking the same language, they have begun to do this, then nothing they plan to do will be impossible for them. They can reach, Proverbs said, they can reach the second heaven. They can build, and who has the last, laugh is God always. Came, let us go down and confuse their language so they will not understand each other. So God said, Nothing is impossible for them to do it if they keep together as a team. They work together and they build this tower. They might go to the second heaven. And not just that, they will bring a name for themselves, not for God, that, hey, God help me, and I give him the glory. It's for themselves, like who they were, like they are like so, so good. And that's pride. So we know that. And God hates it. Verse 8. So the Lord scattered them. Hold on. Am I okay? Yes. They confused their language. What happened? Let's go back here. They, instead of saying, okay, you work at the bricks, we are working, we carry them up, the other one puts that, the other one does that, so they got like a team and work together. As soon as their language were divided and confused, Bible means confusion, confused. So that's Bible means. Babel, sorry, not Bible. Babel. Am I saying right? Babel. Um, so it's what it means. Babel means confused, confusion. So when all of a sudden this one talks, I talk Romanian, the other one talks Chinese, the other one talks Russian, the other one talks English. So we are all together. We try to get ourselves together to see who is doing, what we are going to do next, how we are going to do, how we are going to, architecture, and how we are going to follow the idea. We can't. Why? Because we don't talk the same language and we don't understand each other. I'm telling Romanian, like, you say you're going to do that. I'm telling you, so I'm saying people in Romanian. And the other one is answering me in Chinese. And it says like, I don't understand what you're saying. The other one in Russian, it says like, what you guys are talking about in Russian language. So it's always confused. Everybody did not talk. One was like a Polish. The other one is talking Turkish. The other one is talking Jewish. The other one is talking, like Aramaic, or, everybody had different language. They couldn't understand each other anymore. And so the Lord scattered them from there over all the earth. As you can see now, we are like all over the earth, scattered with languages. And we have more and more as we go. We have, in some parts, we have the language, then they have the tribe language, and then a native father language, and they have a mother native language. So we are like so many languages. We don't know what and who. So it's hard to understand if we don't talk the same language. And they stopped building the city. That was the idea. Always God has the last word and also has the wisdom. God has wisdom. You cannot fool around God, get the pride and try to do something against God. That God doesn't like it. And that is what is called, beyond verse 9, Babel, because there the Lord confused the language of the whole world. From there the Lord scattered them over the face of the whole earth. And it's still today. But would be a day when we go into heaven will be one language. We don't actually have to talk in our language. We understand each other by the thoughts. We don't even have to speak, open the mouth and speak by the thoughts. As God communicates right now with us through the thoughts, but he does through different things, like he does through maybe a movie, maybe a dream, maybe some other things. God talks to us in different way. But in heaven will be just by the thought process. As soon as the thought comes out, God already knows it. He knows it on the earth Before you speak it out, God already knows it. And it's how you communicate in heaven by thoughts. Wow. But the thoughts, I say, it's one language in those thoughts. Wow. Oh, it went a little bit further. So, and this concludes our Bible study. I hope you enjoyed as much as I enjoyed. Till next time, we say goodbye. Goodbye now.